Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so let's start getting some more of this work done here. Okay, I replaced the 1K with a 470 ohm resistor here to the two whites. I just wasn't liking how they weren't very bright, so I reduced it to 470, and still got the 1.2K resistor on the red here, and also on the green on the starboard engine. And so let's do another light test here just to make sure that these are working. Okay, that's a whole lot better than what it was before. So it's they weren't very bright. They were bright, but not a whole lot. So I like that a whole lot better. So I just need to okay, so that's all connected here. I'm just going to cover the red here with the glue gun and then paint it chrome silver like I did with the bottom down here, because there was just too much light coming through affecting the flasher here. So, and I'm going to do the same with this side as well. The light in the very back over here, don't really need to worry about that too much. Okay, so I'm going to get that done. And these engines are pretty much ready to be put together. Alright, now I just used my soldering iron and I made a little channel to push the wires into so they're out of the way when I put the two halves together. Tucking this up on top here for the just so they're out of the way of the light. Now, what I need to do here, where the pylon comes up and connects here, I have to make a little slit in here for this wiring to flow through down into the model. Okay, so I got that on there, just so I see where the holes need to go. Okay. So just like that. And then I got to do the same on this one here. Okay. Alright, so I got that coming out there. Got this wire for the flashes on the back. So I got it running here. This is kind of a redundant wire. I'm not sure why that's on there, so I just rolled it up, put it in there. So it looks good. Not bad. Okay, I think it's ready to be put together now. Alright, there we go. Got the engines together now. Just gonna let that set overnight and get some more work done. And I'm just gonna get the top on here for the observation deck. Getting these 2 points here. I still need to add a flasher right here. And I believe I already have. Oh, I'm gonna add one on the bottom as well. So I got a 470 ohm resistor on that one. I'm going to cover all of that in with the glue here and then paint it chrome silver. I just don't want any light here to interfere with it. Now working on the top half, no, the bottom half here. That's set. Chrome silver it after. Oh dear. Pays to pay attention. Let's hope it didn't warp them. Nope, didn't. Okay, good. Alright, looks good though. Alright, nice. Okay, working on here. I got let's see, corresponding color. This here would be greens. Yeah, I got 470 ohm resistor on there. 1.2K on the reds on that side. Got the fast flasher here behind the bridge. 470 ohm resistor on that. 470 ohm on the one on the aft here. So I'm going to tie these two in together here. Going to tie these two in. And that should take care of the upper part of the hull. Okay, so I got those tied in there. It's good. Okay, and I got the side ones here tied in using different colored wires so I know which one is the slower flasher and which one's the faster. So the ones that are faster are the strobes. So on the here, and the other one on the bottom on the aft section is also a strobe. And the navigation. Okay, so the top is done now. Just got to get the wiring and the lighting finished off with the side here. Another thing that I did here is I got a cap here for the stand to lock into, so it won't push through the ship. Looks good. Okay, so I have an issue with these two green 3mm LEDs. Only one turns on and the other one doesn't. I tried the one that doesn't turn on, it works fine. So apparently they're trying to draw too much current. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those off, put two whites on. You can see this here is already green, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put two whites in there, and that should hopefully take care of that issue. Okay, so I took those greens out, and I got two whites in here with a 1K resistor. So let's do a quick light test, make sure that they both are on. Okay, so they both turn on. They light up, which is good. Alright. One color is a cool white, one is a warm white. But it doesn't really matter. It's still showing green on the other side, and that's all that really counts. And the reds there work beautifully with that 1.2K resistor, which is good. Just got to replace the other two lights on the upper hull. Now I got these flashers back here all chrome silvered, so no other light interferes when they flash. So I was going to do the same with these lights here on the lower and upper hull, get them completely encased with the with my glue gun here, and then paint them chrome silver so no light interferes with them when they're flashing. Yeah, that's all I really need to worry about there. I got that ready for the stand. Yeah, this thing's really coming together. And got that ready to go. It's going to be the lines here ready to hook up to the top part of the strobes, which is good. Alright. So I got the primary hull impulse deck there. So I got to, these are the covers that go over the ends. So in this area here, these little rectangles, I got to cut those out for blue LEDs. Take this, fill it in. Okay, good. All right. So I just got two blue LEDs. Two of the small ones is all I need for that. finicking around. Get the blue in there. Looks good. 470 ohm resistor on the blue. The blue takes a lot to light up. It's like one of the most stubborn LEDs to light up just because of the color. That's why I got a 470 on there instead of a 1K. Now I got them on long lines here, so when I get the two halves together, I can just slip them in place and just makes it a quick, easy job. All right, I just want to do a quick light test to make sure these things are actually light up properly. Okay, they do turn on. Look at that. Oh, I popped the wire off. Oh. Looks good. Very nice. Beautiful. Okay, so I got the impulse lighting here separated from the rest of these lights here because they're controlled separately by the controller. So I'm thinking these here are going to be the same way. So actually I should be tying these in with these. So those two are going to be controlled by the controller separately. Okay, got the impulse engines there connected together now. Looks good. Looking good. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, I have been contemplating what to do about the board here. About maybe putting it inside the model or in the stand. I'm thinking more in the stand so in case something happens to this and I need to get a replacement. I don't want to end up having to tear apart the ship to get at it. So I'm going to be putting it in the bottom of the stand, and I already did the fitting and it works fine. So let's see here. Overall, I'd say this thing is just about done, ready to be assembled here. So I got all the lighting in place. I did a testing of all the lighting. Everything works fine. I just need to run lines for this. That will run down the tube, down to the board. For the flashers and for the strobes. It'll be set up differently. And the main line, power line going down to the board and everything okay. So, all right. I'd say we're pretty much almost ready to put these two halves together. I got this line here ready to run for the strobes. And then I got this connector here for the navigations to hook into the bottom part of the hull. Got this ready to go to hook into the bottom part of the hull so we get all the lights hooked up together for the entire ship. Let's see here. No. And I'm just gonna take the main line off of here somewhere, run it down. That'll run down to the controller as well for the main lights. Okay, looks good. Okay, I'm gonna put the pylons on the back here, get those in place right now, because I need to find out if this is gonna fit all the way down without interfering with the light here. got this whole open area there just completely packed full of this glue from my glue gun on both sides. It just adds to the strength and stability of the pylon. So just gotta let that set and cool down, and it'll be rock hard. Okay, got both engines here, looking good. A little bit messy, but that's just because I put the putty in the cracks there and get everything all sealed up. I'll do some smoothing and stuff like that after, and a little bit of repainting. Looks good though. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, one thing about these, these lines are definitely not long enough to go through the model, down the stand, to the microcontroller, so I'll have to add extensions to it. You can see I plugged the holes up in here, so everything goes right down the stand there. So it just goes right there like that. You can see I did not drill all the way down to the bottom because I still need room for the wiring to come out. And I'll have like the controller probably like around here or something like that. And then everything connecting to the wiring and everything. Okay. So it looks good. Alright. So I'm just going to let this set overnight and then do the cleanup and a little bit of touch-up painting on it, and that is ready to be finished off with the rest of the parts. I was going to hold off on putting the rest of the parts on here until after I have the engines attached to the model. It's just when you're handling it and they'll snap off or whatever. So I'm going to put those on like one of the very last things I do. The engines look pretty good. Just finished doing the touch-up painting on it. Looks not bad. Very good. Very nice. Oh dear. There we go. Okay. Other than that, yeah, the engines look like they're done. Just gotta let that set for a while. And then I can start putting things together. Okay, so I get the warp engines in place here. I'm not going to cement them to the engines just yet. Alright, there we go. Everything in place there, looks good. So I got these two here, which I'll feed along the arms here. And I got colored wire. I'm going to attach those so they'll go down from the model down into the stand. Now these black ones here are the negative lines to the navigation lights. I'm going to tie these two together because according to here, the negatives go to C2, to the yellow of C2, both of them do. So I'm going to tie these in together and it'll just be one black line going down to the circuit board. And that'll take care of the navigation lighting. These are separate, of course, so I got getting wires attached to that. Let's see here. Yeah, so we just have it running down the side here somehow. I might have to just pull this stripping back and then, because it's kind of awkward the way this is. Well, it might work. You know, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. I just don't want it interfering with the other LEDs in the back here for the impulse engines. Anyway, looks good. Alright, so I got the warp engines attached now. So I just got them pretty heavily glued at the connection points. Just gotta let that set. Looks really good. Okay, they actually fit on quite nicely. Nice and snug, tight fits, which is good. Alright, we're looking good here. I puttied up the connection joints there to be smoothed out later and retouched up on the paint. Looks good. Alright, really looking good now. Not bad. Oh, I got that all finished up there too. Looks good. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is to get the colored wiring to each one of these. Get a good enough length so they go through the ship, down the stand, into the under part of the stand where the circuit board is going to be. Let's see. This is for the fast flasher, which connects to the one in the other hull. Strobe. Oh, this is the main line. It goes from the strobe down the stand to the controller. Now these two negative lines here, I can just tie together inside the ship and then run a single line from these down. Okay, alright. Alright, now I got all the wiring here connected to each one with the corresponding colors. And with these two wires here to the beige and the white, I didn't actually have a white line. So I just put a little white heat shrink on the end there just to let me know that one is the white wire. So those look good. Just going to finish off the other one. Get an extra line of black on this one here for the ground, for the flashers, and that takes care of the wiring for the engine. Alright, around the wires there. Got it cleaned up a bit there. It looks a little neater. Looks good. Well, everyone, that is it for this episode. In the next one, we are going to be doing the final assembly. Please like, subscribe, comment, don't forget to share, and click that notification bell for any future uploads. If you have any questions or you want me to do commission work for you, contact me at epic.models@gmail.com. See y'all later. Bye-bye.